Order in the court. Today we'll be answering the most anticipated question in the sports world today. Can Conor McGregor sue Chael Sonnen for defamation? As somebody who's been looking and studying law for a few years, I feel like I have a pretty decent understanding of the American law system and several other law systems abroad. But I will answer the questions that everybody has been asking since this whole controversy transpired. Chael Sonnen accusing Conor McGregor of entering a rehab. But to answer the short question, can Conor McGregor sue Chael Sonnen? The answer to that question is yes. But the question that we will be answering in the rest of this video is this a feasible option for Conor McGregor and his team? And the first question that we will ask and the first question that we will answer will be, who will Conor McGregor sue? Now, while this might sound like a stupid or crazy question to ask, Chael Sonnen is not the only person that can be sued for defamation by Conor McGregor. This is because Chael Sonnen made these statements on a YouTube show that is produced by ESPN MMA, which is a subset, which is a subsect of ESPN, which is a subsect of Walt Disney. So Conor McGregor has the possibility of suing Chael Sonnen and ESPN and Disney. Now, I feel that Chael Sonnen will be the only person that Conor McGregor will sue because while being on Forbes #1 list for a couple years is a feat that I probably will never accomplish. Walt Disney got some motherfucking money, bro. And Walt Disney has the best lawyers in the world, and Walt Disney will pay them lawyers to win, and they will not lose. They will keep appealing, they will keep doing everything they can to make sure that their side of the case, their side of the court will win every time. I don't know, they probably have a stronger conviction rate than the feds do. And with that being said, Conor McGregor is more than likely to only sue Chael Sonnen if he is to pursue this case, which he may or may not have a strong case of. We will see that later on. The second question that we may be asked, or the second question that we will answer in this video, is should Conor McGregor sue Chael Sonnen in Ireland or the United States? With the knowledge that I've gathered and the knowledge that I have, it would be of the best interest of Conor McGregor and his team to sue in the United States first. Now, this is because several reasons. The first being, it's just a lot of extra steps to start in Ireland first. Now, if he were to sue Chael Sonnen for defamation in Ireland and be found correct, if Chael Sonnen is found to be guilty in Ireland, Chael Sonnen, as an American citizen, has the right to move this case to a district court in the United States, wherever he resides, wherever he has agents, and a couple other things which aren't on the tip of my tongue. But because it's a whole lot of extra steps for a case that is more than likely to come to the United States anyway, Conor McGregor and his team are more than likely to just come to the United States in the first place. Now, defamation and slander is a civil tort in American law, which means that if Chael Sonnen were to be found guilty, then he will not face criminal charges. He will not be able to go to jail or be sentenced to prison because of anything that would transpire from this case. With that being said, let's go over an overview of American federal law. American federal law, the term defamation is defined as any action or other proceeding for defamation, libel, slander, or similar claim alleging that forms of speech are false, have caused damage to reputation or emotional distress, have presented any person in a false light, or have resulted in criticism, dishonor, or condemnation of any person. So what does this mean? This means that somebody has produced a statement that is false about another entity or person that negatively affects their financial gains. It negatively affects them monetarily. Simple as that. And this statement is false. Now, while there are several other subsects to this, they're not very important. They're not something that would garner any attention or any reasoning behind the people watching this. Is something that I chose not to include because it's simply not needed. Defamation is when someone makes a false statement about somebody that causes negative monetary repercussions. This is defamation under federal law. This is something that is not likely to happen. I feel like this case will not make it into federal law because it is not going to be a case that will change federal law. It's not something that the people in the federal jurisdictions will see as something that needs to be brought up. They will see it as something that could be handled under the state level. Now, since we have come to this conclusion, which state? Now, we all know that Chael Sonnen, the undefeated one, has the biggest arms in West Linn, Oregon, but the ESPN headquarters where the show and where these statements were produced were in Connecticut. So we will look at Connecticut defamation laws and or the repercussions that come from this. The statement under review must be false. The false statement can be made willfully, recklessly, or negligently. The statement must have been published or communicated to a third party. The statement under review must identify the defamed party, but the identification need not be made only by name. For instance, if someone falsely states, "My business partner is a thief," and the third person knows the business partner, that is enough to launch a successful claim. The subject must suffer reputational damage as a result of the statement. Whether the claimant actually suffered damage is usually a question for a jury or a judge to decide. So, what are my final thoughts and possibilities? Well, the possibilities I see is Conor McGregor could pursue a case in the state of Connecticut where the show was produced, not where the statements were made. I feel like this case will not happen in Oregon because although Chael Sonnen said these statements in Oregon, they were produced, finalized, and sent off into the web in Connecticut, where the headquarters of ESPN is. Do I feel like Conor McGregor will sue Chael Sonnen, ESPN, and Disney? No, I feel like Conor McGregor, his team, and his lawyers are smarter than that. I feel like they'll just sue Chael Sonnen if they feel like suing at all. Do I feel like this is a strong case at all? Well, the truth is not to be known. We do not know if Conor McGregor is in rehab. We do not know if he is not in rehab. We do not know if he checked into rehab in a correlating time in which Chael Sonnen made these statements. We will see. If these statements are truthful, well, the case is thrown out the window because truth is the ultimate defense to defamation and slander. Now, if these statements are untruthful, Conor McGregor has a hell of a case to make because Chael Sonnen made these statements on a super popular sports show on the biggest sports broadcaster in the world, ESPN, about somebody who is the biggest star in the sport in which Conor McGregor and Chael Sonnen are both in. So, if these statements about Conor McGregor being in rehab are untrue, you will likely, and I would definitely take the case, if Conor McGregor wants to pursue these cases against Chael Sonnen. Thank you guys. These are my 2 cents. I'll see you guys in the next one. Double peace because I did a salute too early.